When you help a lot of people, 100% of them won't deserve it, but most of them will. The freeloaders, they're not the story. The thank yous are. That one woman who stops and messes up the flow to make sure that I receive a sincere thank you. That's the story. Welcome to DFW Grit. I'm Dr. James Taylor, and I'm your host, and this is more than just a podcast. We dive into the stories of the movers, the shakers, the small business owners, the entrepreneurs, right here in the DFW Metroplex. This is your home for authentic, real stories that prove what happens when you don't back down. Let's get to work. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dr. Taylor, Aspire Chiropractic, and your host of DFW Grit. Welcome to another episode. Today's a special day. So I'm not sure if you're aware of this. None of these things are live streamed. They're all pre-recorded. Now, this particular episode is dropping on my Patient Appreciation Day. Not only my Patient Appreciation Day, but my 10th annual Patient Appreciation Day. So a little bit of background. I do this every year and a half for the past 10 years, hence 10th annual. And what it is a day of service. It is a day where I do everything in my chiropractic office at no charge, whether it's a regular patient adjustment, decompression, roller table, soft wave. New patients are free. I waive co-pays and deductibles. We do exams, x-rays, like everything I do is free, like the end. And then I give away a whole bunch of prizes, and I give away all sorts of food and all this kind of stuff. And I've been doing this for a decade. And I'll tell you right now, I love this day. And at the same time, I hate this, not hate. I dread. That's less than hate, right? I dread this day. I've been doing it for a decade, and I'm not gonna lie, like it whoops my ass. Like even back to the very first one, the very first time I did this 10 years ago, we brought air mattresses. We did this for a couple of years. We brought air mattresses because we're open regular hours. So we've got 8:30 to noon and 3 to 6. We brought air mattresses and we took a nap during lunch here in the office. And over the years, like this day has changed. And in all reality, so have I. So some of the best parts about Patient Appreciation Day, best parts about the service that I give out is literally it's not the new patients. Like initially, this started out as like a Toyota-thon kind of thing, right? Like I do it like once a year. Now, what I love about this is I love seeing the patients. I love seeing the people who have been coming to me for years, really. Because there are some where I only see them once a year, and it's on this free day. But I love the patients that continue to come back, because literally, like, they're the reason. If you're a patient, you're the reason I get to do this thing. I get to do. I mean, this is my Toyota-thon, if you will. This is, again, it's a once a year thing, and it's a big deal. Like there's months of planning and stuff that goes into this. Like just the buzz that's around the office. I mean, it starts in August. Like I'll get people like, hey, I mean, and it's a little tongue in cheek in a sense. Like, you doing that Patient Appreciation Day again? Yeah. You're gonna have those discounted visit blocks again? Yep. And I get some people that they'll toy with their plan a little bit to stretch it out. But again, like that's why I do this. I do this as a way to say thanks, as a way to give back. Because without the patients, I wouldn't be able to do this. And it's really cool. Like the amount of times everybody says thanks. Not everybody. A lot of you say thank you throughout the day. And there's this one patient in particular. She's come in every year, and she's got a little bit more to do than everybody else, whether it be Patient Appreciation Day or even just her regular visit. There's a little more to do. And she always picks the perfect time, because she comes in when we're really busy. And then she has, again, a little bit more to do. And she kind of stops the show up a little bit. She stops the flow. And I say this with love, because then she gets done and she leaves. And every year she stops in the doorway, and she looks at me and she says, hey, thanks for doing this again. And again, I get a lot of thank yous that day, but I don't know why. This one particular thank you stands out every year. And I'm not saying that none of you are sincere when you say thank you, because I feel like the vast majority of you are. But for whatever reason, like her thank you and her sincerity is one thing I look forward to every year that we do this. And so I've got that going on, and the office is full of people, and it's cool to watch the girls, to watch the staff, because what it's a pressure test. So when we see 200 people in a day, it's cool to watch because they're all like nervous before it happens, and then all of a sudden, like, we lift the shades and we unlock the door and we crank the music and we open the door and people are already lined up outside and they plow in here, and you can see them just fall right into line, for lack of a better word, just fall right into the routine, right into the role of what they do every single day. Because I mean, we're all nervous before those doors open up, and it's fun to watch them just go right into the training, into the moment, and just create a game out of it. How many people can we help today? I mean, and it's what I signed up for, because like literally throughout the whole day, I'm just bouncing back and forth, room to room, table to table, adjust, new patient, adjust, new patient, adjust. Here's some x-rays, adjust. Couple of your welcomes, couple, hey, today's not the day for new things. We'll talk about that on Monday. But it's like I said, it's a pressure cooker. It's a fun time, despite the dread that precedes it. Now, with all fun times, what's going on in my little outline here? With all fun times, like I said, there are parts of it that I dread. Like the planning starts in August. This thing's in October. The planning starts in August. And then all of a sudden, like at the beginning, like I've just got this gigantic to-do list. But again, as it gets closer and closer, stuff starts to get checked off. Because you'd think after 10 years, we would have this thing down. And for all intents and purposes, we absolutely do. But there's still there's a lot that happens, and there's this loud voice. It's like, don't forget this, don't forget this. What about that? Who's taking control of this stuff? And it's a lot of prep work for all intents and purposes, 6.5 hours of work. And the beauty is in the fact that it won't go perfect. But we really want it to. Like, we want this to be fun. We want this to be something that you want to come back to, that you look forward to year after year. And I think we've done that because people, obviously, like I said, they start to ask in August and September. But that doesn't mean there's no stress that goes in with it. And then there are the freeloaders. Because like I said, I do this once a year. And I do this for 98% of my patients. There are about 2% that I don't do this for. And I have to remind myself that these people will come regardless. Because like I said, we have free food, we have prizes, we have free services. And people, as they say, people will take advantage of this. And not in the kind way, not in the reception of my generosity way that I want, not in the acknowledgement way that my soul needs. They'll do it for selfish reasons. And in the past and somewhat in the present, I loathed those people. I had just a couple of stories. I had somebody come in here once. She brought her kids with her, and they sat out in our waiting room and they ate a piece 3 plates of food. 3. They just went back for seconds. They went back for thirds, and they sat there and they took up space. They didn't get adjusted. But they put their name in the prize stuff, and they just ate and ate and ate. And not only that, after this family left, they came back with a carload of different people, and they walked in, they filled up their plates, and then they went back out to the car. They literally just came in and took our free stuff, which is what we're doing. We're giving it away. I got a couple of other ones. Like I said, 98% of you are awesome. I had one last year. I mean, she was in front of me, and I could not remember her name for the life of me. I mean, and I gave myself a little grace. Hey, we're seeing over 200 people. Not every name is going to come right back to the front. And it wasn't until I saw the logo on her shirt and it clicked. I know you. I only see you once a year. when it's free. And so I made some little comment about that. And then, she left and I continued adjusting people. And it was at the end of the day. And then I walked out of the office. There's nobody left to adjust. A couple of patients still kind of hanging around. And I see her there. And she is just getting done with a chair massage. And she's picking up her plate, her empty plate, which I assume once had free food on it. And it had been a while since I seen her that day. So that just putting the one and two together in my head, she probably took advantage of everything, which again is what this is for, I tell myself. But man, I only see you once a year and it's only when it's free. And I was like, hey guys, remember her face, because it's going to need to stick up here for 365 more days, because we won't see her again until next year when this is free. And then I turn my back and I walk back in. I love doing this for the people as a way to give thanks to them. I don't like doing this for people to take advantage of it. But I have to remind myself, people will people. I mean, that's the long and the short of it. And you can't help a lot of people without having some people take advantage of it. You can't help a lot of people without having some cases that are head scratchers, that really make you think, that are their hoof prints are zebras, not horses. The same kind of thing happens when you give stuff away for free. And like I said, and I'm doing it for the people, but those people, they get me every year. Now, as years have come and gone, I've been able to remind myself faster that I'm doing it for the people. But yeah, there's that one time last year, and that didn't really work out. I've already got a list of those. I know who to expect this year. Let's just say that. But the bigger lesson in this whole thing is, like, service isn't always pretty. And the sooner that you can accept that, the sooner that I can accept that, the easier this whole thing will be. You can't serve everybody and have everybody be served the way you want to, right? When you help a lot of people, 100% of them won't deserve it, but most of them will. The freeloaders, they're not the story. The thank yous are. That one woman who stops and messes up the flow to make sure that I receive a sincere thank you. That's the story. The people who come back in after haven't seen them for, months or even years, who are like, man, I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. And this was a perfect time to get back in and come see you again. That's the story. Chick who brings her carload full of kids here just so she doesn't have to cook dinner. It's a footnote in the story, but I read footnotes. So, I mean, the day drains me. It absolutely does. But even more so, it fills me up, provided I don't concentrate on that 2% of people. It reminds me why I started this. It reminds me how far I've come, because like this used to be a competition, because there are other colleagues of mine, peers of mine, who do the same thing. And I was, who saw the most people, who saw the most people, who saw the most people. And I'm going to tell you right now, more often than not, it was me. I won every single time, damn near. But over the years, it's changed. I don't care if I don't see the most people this year. I want to see the people that want to see me. I want to see the people that I've built relationships with, that I've helped them and their parents and their kids or their grandkids. Because like those are the people that I do this whole thing for. That's the fun stuff. That's the stuff that drowns out that 2%. So if you're someone who serves, I want you to keep in mind, like, even when it's hard, even when people don't say thank you, because there will be ones who do and there will be ones who don't, do it for the ones who do. And listen, because not every single one of them will shout thank you. Not every single one of them will completely mess up your flow so you can connect with them, so you get their thank you. Some of them will just say thank you as they walk out. Listen for those. Because those are the people, those are why we do this kind of stuff. Those are why we serve. Hell, those are why we decided to become entrepreneurs, if you will, business owners, service providers. So on this day, the 10th anniversary of Aspire Chiropractic's Patient Appreciation Day, if you're seeing this in time, I invite you to come in. But make sure you say thank you when you do. And don't make me think you're taking advantage of me. And if you're going to, just hide it better. But otherwise, thank you all of the patients for coming in and making this thing possible. Thank you for everyone who watches these videos and these episodes to make Grit possible. Maybe one day we'll have a 10th anniversary of this. I bet we will. Because like I said over and over, this is really fun for me. I like to do this. I like these episodes. Hell, I like these little vent sessions. But I also hope you get something from this. And I hope you like it. I hope you share it. I hope you follow it. And I hope I'll see you on the next episode of DFW Grit, where you will learn more here by accident because of my accidents than elsewhere by design. I'll see you guys on the next one.